If you are experiencing episodes in your life when you feel stress, anxiety, tension, pressure, unease, and sometimes even overwhelm, then it is a high chance that there is one dysfunctional mind pattern at play that 100% guarantees stress. If you want to live a more peaceful life, then you definitely need to address this pattern, which is not talked often enough about, because it goes almost like under radar, and it is not noticed as much or at all, simply due to its simplicity. What exactly am I talking about? Stress occurs from thought pattern that makes you believe that you have to do something all the time. You have to fill this moment of now with something, some kind of activity. Either it's thinking about something or taking action and doing something else. Your brain is constantly engaged in thinking and doing, and you simply can't remain still. You can't relax and calm down. Either your mind is making you think about the present moment of now, what's at hand, or thinking about past episodes, past experiences, relive them, or also thinking about potential future scenarios. But it's constant thinking, constant brain activity, and brain is very stimulated as well. Inertia is so strong that many people just can't stop thinking, and from moment to moment it's like, what I'm going to do next, constantly. It often happens because people feel bored, and if there is not enough stimulation of brain, then people can go crazy, uncomfortable, especially if there is moment of silence and solitude. Once a person said to me that he would go insane if he had to spend time on his own by himself in silence, without any noise, any music, some kind of activity that would not make him feel lonely, but would allow him to engage. And he's not alone. This is the fear of many people. By constantly thinking, it leads us to related action and behavior, and it creates needless and forced tension in our life, and this tension just pushes us forward to rush to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next new moment, because there is always something better behind the horizon, and the moment of now is not good enough. If a person is living like this, when there is constant rush of stimulus, new stimulus, for example, scrolling through social media, it's amazing distraction to meet self and own inner aspects that might not be so pleasant. And this mind-created needless inertia leads us people to compulsive action. And many times compulsive action guarantees us making mistakes and not the best quality solutions. It's perpetual cycle of self-created artificial engagement, and that's not a balanced life at all. No. People don't want to lose their precious time in modern day society where life is at a fast pace. And a lot of people would feel guilty if they would just sit still, like, can I really do that? Really? They are conditioned that they constantly have to do something, almost like a slave, running, doing something. Slave of their own mind. But quite often that's not true, because in moments that do not require our immediate action are equally valuable to us, because during these moments we can disengage from the previous inertia that was going on, whether it was mental or we were doing something for quite a while, and now we can just step out from that without doing anything. And these moments that do not require any action from us, they also allow us to prepare better for what's coming next, for the unknown. So we are not as stressed and as surprised when it happens. We create, or in other words, we hold space for that. And it also opens up creativity for us as well. If we can stay still in these moments and we recognize, okay, I just finished cooking a soup. At the moment, I have 15 minutes until it's not so hot anymore, and then I can eat it. Okay, I have 15 minutes just to be calm, and I don't need to do anything specifically. I don't need to overstimulate my brain right now. But quite often it's the other way around, when our brain says, okay, this moment is boring, waiting is boring, I better watch some videos or read something or listen something. And I'm guilty also of this sometimes, but I try to practice the opposite. How can we be calm and still more in these moments when we recognize that there is no need for immediate action. And what is stillness? So, being still does not mean that you are like frozen and you can't move. It can definitely involve movements as well. But being still means that you are not seeking some other desired future moment in the now, but you are fine by what is happening now. You don't need to escape it, and you are not obsessively thinking about something. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Like, you are not obsessively focused on some future end goal or result that you want to achieve, but you are staying and engaged in the process of unfolding of the now. For example, a couple is having sex and a man can't wait to get to his favorite position, while woman wants to slowly take things slowly, and man is just constantly thinking in his head about this upcoming favorite position of his, and he's not present. He's not present with the woman in this intimate time. And man can feel also tension on his side because he has created unease and resistance to the present moment, that he has not arrived yet at his favorite position. So being still means that we don't pressure ourselves in our head and with our actions that we desperately need to reach the next more desired and appreciated future moment. Because if we do that, we create unease in the now. We create resistance to the now moment before we can reach our wanted result. Being still means practicing presence, becoming observer of yourself, of your own thoughts, feelings, emotions, your surroundings. You pay attention to activity that you are engaged. It's not that you just automatically do it while you fully think about something else. By practicing stillness, we create gaps between our thoughts. Our mind slows down, lessens inertia, lessens tension, anxiety, stress. And one of the great ways for doing that is focusing on something that means you are not able to think and focus on that thing at the same time. So one example is focusing on your own body or body parts, or as famous spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle says, your inner body awareness practice. For example, paying attention to your palms or your feet or some other body part, and feel the energy field in this body part. Or you can follow your breath, taking conscious breaths, which can also slow down your mind So these are some examples. Peaceful life requires from us not to keep adding on and on and on dysfunctional thought patterns, and which are, by the way, also repetitive and increasing stimulus to our brain. If we don't add them on, then that alleviates stress greatly. So this is the key. And even though this approach may seem simple, it's not so simple to embody that right away, and it may take time to run it quite effectively, because we have been conditioned to think all the time and to be engaged in non-stop mental and other activities. And when we have been going like this for our whole lives, obviously it can be hard to break free from this habit. And when we will try to do so, our mind, which commands our body, will definitely try to resist us. It will try to stop us from doing so, because it's something new, something unknown, out of comfort zone, not so safe from perspective of mind and conditioned body. This resistance will happen until the new habit will be accepted as the new way, as the new norm, as the new familiar. If we have not practiced stillness enough yet, then we will feel discomfort practicing that, because we are going against, as I said, hardly established habit, or you could say inertia, to be constantly engaged in thinking and doing. So yeah, we will feel at start discomfort until it goes down and becomes more of our nature, how we are. Because this non-stop thinking, this hamster wheel, it has been like a drug to humanity, like an addiction, to keep thinking, keep mind engaged all the time. So there is no place and space to meet the self. One of the biggest addictions there are, addiction of thinking, constantly thinking. While we are practicing it, there definitely will be temptation in moments to check our phone, because we have done it before, we have trained ourselves. And we have to be alert to instantly spot this mind-created impulse to grab the phone, use our hand, and it's like, Old inertia tries to run itself again. No need for that. And in the end, I want to have a quick note. I know that we human beings on a surface level we have different personality types and we differ greatly. And for part of us, this practice might be more difficult than for others, simply because of our psychological character traits. For example, if we use ancient Chinese 5-element system, each person has primary and secondary element that affects their personality type. And if your primary element is fire, then fiery people, it can be very challenging for them just to be still, because they are energized. They want to constantly do all kinds of things, to hang out with people, party, engage in all kinds of activities, projects. Yes, 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 saying yes to life in many different ways. And for them, this practice could be more challenging than for other types, but it can definitely bring more balance in their lives, because if they would just be in go, 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 go mode, eventually it would catch up with them and they would burn themselves out as well. So no matter what is your personality type, you can still apply practicing stillness, and it can greatly help you live a more balanced life, and it can greatly alleviate our mind created tension, stress. Thank you for watching, and I wish you more and more peaceful moments in your life, because you deserve it.